Alysa Liu stands up for fellow Olympian Eileen Gu amid hypocritical backlash. Alysa Liu isn't afraid to speak her mind, even when it comes to one of the most debated storylines of the 2026 Winter Olympics. In an interview with the New York Times shared on Friday, March 6, the 20-year-old figure skater defended fellow Olympian Eileen Gu, who has faced criticism for representing China in international competition despite being born in the United States. Gu, 22, has long explained that her decision was rooted in honoring her mother's heritage and helping grow the sport in China. Still, the move sparked backlash, with critics, including politicians and some athletes, calling her choice unpatriotic. Liu, however, says the criticism doesn't sit right with her. "I've known Eileen since I was 13 or something," Liu said. "We from the Bay Area. She's super nice, and her mom is from China." The Olympic gold medalist didn't stop there, calling out what she sees as a double standard in the conversation surrounding Gu's decision. "I think people are hypocritical for shaming her for representing China. So in my head it's a bit hypocritical, because her mom is an immigrant. You would have told her to go back to China. Now that they are back in China, you're mad." For Liu, the issue ultimately comes down to what sport is supposed to represent. And it's sport. It doesn't matter what country we represent. Sport is sport. And she has a love for competition. She has love for the game. I think that's all that matters. There's no shame in going where the opportunity is. Gu herself remained confident throughout the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan, even clapping back at a reporter who questioned whether her finishes should be seen as missed opportunities. Liu's comments reflect a pattern of the young athlete speaking openly about difficult topics. Earlier this month, she also addressed tensions with her father, Arthur Liu, who played a major role in her early skating career. When asked about his reaction to her comeback, Liu admitted she wasn't concerned with his opinion. "I didn't care that he was happy," she said. "I was almost mad that he was happy, because I was like, how dare you?" Her father previously revealed that he spent close to $1 million on Alysa's skating career, saying he spared no money, no time, and that he just saw talent. Alysa Liu stands up for fellow Olympian Eileen Gu amid hypocritical backlash. In the world of Olympic sports, athletes are often celebrated for their extraordinary skill, resilience, and dedication. Yet, behind the dazzling performances and triumphant medal ceremonies lies a complicated intersection of politics, identity, and public expectation. Recently, Olympic figure skating champion Alysa Liu stepped into this intersection, defending fellow Olympian Eileen Gu against what she called a hypocritical backlash. Her comments ignited conversations not only about sportsmanship, but also about nationality, identity, and the pressures placed on athletes in an increasingly politicized world. The story begins with Eileen Gu, a freestyle skiing superstar born in California to a Chinese mother. Despite growing up in the United States, Gu made a decision in 2019 that would shape her global reputation. She chose to represent China in international competitions, including the Winter Olympics. Her choice instantly turned her into a symbol of both admiration and controversy. For some, she was a bridge between cultures. For others, she became a target of criticism, accused of turning her back on the country where she was raised. While Gu continued to achieve remarkable success on the slopes, winning Olympic medals and becoming one of the most decorated female freestyle skiers, the debate surrounding her identity never faded. Critics questioned her loyalty, pointing to her American upbringing and education. Some public figures even argued that athletes who benefit from American opportunities should represent the United States in competition. Amid this storm of criticism, Alysa Liu offered a different perspective. A voice of solidarity. Alysa Liu, the American figure skating prodigy who captured Olympic gold at the 2026 Winter Games, knows firsthand what it means to navigate the complexities of identity. Like Gu, Liu was born in California and has Chinese heritage. Both athletes grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area and have known each other since their early teenage years. When Liu was asked about the backlash against Gu, she did not hesitate to defend her friend. Her response was direct and unapologetic. "I think people are hypocritical for shaming her for representing China," Liu said in an interview, pointing out the contradiction in the criticism. She explained that many of the same people who criticize immigrants often tell them to go back to their home countries, yet when someone embraces those roots, the reaction becomes outrage. Liu's remarks struck a chord because they exposed a deeper issue beyond sports. The debate surrounding Gu was not simply about which flag she wore on her uniform. It was about how society defines belonging. Identity in a globalized world. Modern athletes often live in a world far removed from traditional ideas of nationality. They train across borders, speak multiple languages, and maintain connections to several cultures. For athletes like Eileen Gu, identity is not confined to a single country. Gu herself has spoken about this duality. She has described feeling American while in the United States and Chinese while in China, embracing both sides of her heritage. In many ways, Gu represents a new generation of global citizens. She grew up in a multicultural environment, studied at elite institutions, and built a career that transcends national boundaries. Her decision to represent China was partly motivated by her desire to inspire young athletes there and promote winter sports in a country where they are still developing. Yet the reaction to her decision revealed how deeply people still tie athletic success to national pride. To many fans, Olympic athletes are more than competitors. They are symbols of their countries. When an athlete chooses a different flag, it can feel personal, even though the decision is often shaped by complex factors such as heritage, opportunity, and personal values. The politics of sports. Historically, sports have never been entirely separate from politics. The Olympics themselves have been shaped by geopolitical tensions, from Cold War rivalries to modern debates over human rights and international relations. Eileen Gu's situation unfolded against the backdrop of ongoing political tensions between the United States and China. As a result, her decision became a focal point for broader political debates. Some commentators framed her choice as a reflection of global competition between the two nations, rather than a personal decision by an athlete. Alysa Liu rejected that narrative. For Liu, the essence of sport lies in passion and competition, not politics. She emphasized that athletes should not be judged solely by the country they represent, but by their dedication to their craft. "Sport is sport," Liu said, stressing that what truly matters is an athlete's love for the game and the pursuit of excellence. Her words served as a reminder that behind every Olympic performance is a human story, one that cannot be reduced to national rivalries. Friendship beyond flags.